Hi everybody, this is LuckGod. Got something very special today, something that I've been looking forward to doing for a long time. I've got an army showcase for my Cygnar army. I've finally gotten the entire faction fully painted. Most things are at max field allowance, although there's a few things that aren't. I've got at least one of every single warjack. In fact, I think there's only one warjack that I only have one of, and that's the Lancer. Thorn, being a character, is counted as a separate option in my mind. Every other warjack I've at least got two of, quite often more. So let's have a look at what I've got. So I'll move from left to right, theme to theme. I've organised them kind of thematically as I could. Starting with Sword Knights and Precursor Knights. Apologise for my crappy camera work. It's the first time using this camera in this way, so it can be a little bit blurry at times, but we'll have to make do. And then we move on to Storm Division with Striker 1, 2 and 3, Old Rowdy, Maddox, Brickhouse, and all my Storm Knights. And then there's my Storm Smiths with Nemo 1, 2 and 3 and Dynamo leading it. Both my Storm Striders and all of my Storm Smiths are in there too. And then we've got Thunderhead, and that moves us on to my converted Darius and the bulk of my Warjacks, including my Magnetized Hurricane, which can also be a Stormwall, and my old Stormwall. Haley 1, 2 and 3 are here with Thorn, and a few of my solos like my Journeyman. And then we move on to the trenches with the two Sieges leading the way. Just here in the middle is the first ever unit I ever painted for my Cygnar back in June 2014, which was my first unit of trenches. Trenches are what got me into the faction in the first place. I really like them. And then we move lastly on to the Rangers and the Gun Mages, which make up the rest of my army. With Kane 1, 2 and 3 in front, Sloane, Grey, as I feel they fit with that best. So I thought I'd use a couple of still photos to go over some of the conversions that I've got scattered in amongst everything. Some of them can be a little bit hard to spot in the pan over that I just did. So over here in the Moral Knight section, on the far left there's my custom soul counter for the for Constance Blaze's feet. That was a fun little conversion to do. Can't wait to actually get a chance to use it should they give her just the little push and tweak that she needs to be viable. So in my Storm Knights there's a couple of minor conversions. Striker 2 and 3 and Maddox have all got Storm Knight helmets. I didn't like them being helmetless, and it makes them fit better with their army theme. Also, both leaders of the Stormblade units don't have that awkward open helmet. I gave them closed helmets as well. I also converted Brickhouse's pose so he looks a little bit less like a crossing guard. So there's no actual conversions in the Stormsmith section. What there is though is I did some custom bases for like the Storm Striders. One of them's got a big trench running underneath it, and other than that I'm just really quite attached to the Stormsmiths. I like them as a theme. I have a fun Nemo 3 list I like to run that has everything Stormsmith at max field allowance in it. It's quite fun. I do enjoy using it. So amongst the core of my Warjacks, the main conversion that sticks out is Darius. He was converted quite a lot. I extended his legs and made him less stooped over and like a toilet. I swapped out his hammer and his crane for better ones. I extended the barrel of his cannon so it looks more like a cannon, less like a weird starfish thing. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so that and the fact that nearly every heavy I have is magnetized, that's the main things that I've done in this section. So there's no conversions amongst my trenches. I was happy with them as they are. I did do a slight repose on my second trench buster, so one of them looks like it's running with its shield down to the side, and the other one looks like it's bracing to take a hit. I really like the trenches aesthetically, and I'm currently enjoying the hell out of playing the Gravedigger theme force. I'm on to my second caster playing it now. I played Haley 3 in Gravediggers for a couple of months. Now I'm on to Siege 2, and after I've played him for probably another month or so, I'll probably move on to either Striker 2 or Jakes 2, because I've got some trencher themed plans for them. And to round out the faction is my Rangers and Gun Mages. I have everything Gun Mage at max FA except for Tempest Blazers. I doubt I'll ever get a second unit of them. I don't think I'll ever find the need to run 2 units. I'm really enjoying using my Gun Mages in my current pairing with Haley 1. The only real conversion here is I used an IK RPG model to represent my second Gun Mage Captain Adept. I'm quite happy with the conversion. I think it looks quite good. So we also have the Canes. Cane 2 is probably my most used caster in the entire game, although that was predominantly Mark 2. I haven't really used him in Mark 3. The entire way his game plays now is completely changed, and I'm not really ready to give him a go in Mark 3 yet. So he'll wait for me for now. So that's my Cygnar army right there. It's been a huge labour of love over the last just under 4 years to paint this all up. It's been the main painting project of mine in the last 4 years. Obviously I've painted other things. I've painted a lot of mercenary models as well. I didn't bring any of my mercenary models along for this because I wanted it to just be about my Cygnar. I'll likely do a similar thing with my mercs once they're finished, but it probably won't be on the same scale as this because I don't own as many mercenaries as I do Cygnar. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my army. I hope it gives you inspiration to paint your own. I'd love to see what you guys paint, so feel free to share that with me. I'd love to see it. And I guess I have to move on and paint something else. I think the next thing that I'm going to be finishing up is a Minions Gatorman army. The bulk of it being from the Iron Kingdoms board game, Widower's Wood. So look out for that coming on my blog soon. For those of you that prefer still pictures, I've also done a version of this video, but in still images form only on my blog. There'll be a link to that in the description. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.